everybody, today I'm going to be drawing cameras. I know that sounds super random, but I was just scrolling on Pinterest and I found some aesthetic pictures of them and it just inspired me to draw them. And I also think I'll draw in pen just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I've got my sketchbook here. Feel free to draw along with me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's just get right into the video. So I of course just got started and I started off with like some really light sketching just because I knew I couldn't erase. So if I was going to make mistakes, I wanted them to be pretty light. But I decided to start off with a Polaroid camera, kind of like the newer ones that are like super aesthetic. And they kind of have like this part on the left that pops up a bit, and I feel like in the drawing it looks like it's the side, but I promise this is like the front view. It just has that side part that sticks up. And I was trying my hardest to fix it, but I didn't really know what to do. And I feel like sometimes it looks like you're facing the front of it, then sometimes that little part looks like the side and like it's 3D. So I hope you can see it as it's the front because that's what it's supposed to be. But anyways, I kind of just built up the pen and added shadows. And I'd like to say I was also kind of warming up in this one, getting my hand moving and like ready with the pen. But then I moved on to the next one and I decided to go for another camera. And this time I did like a smaller handheld video camera. I have no idea what they're called, but I think you get the gist. And I will say I definitely enjoyed drawing this one more than the other one, just because I felt it was like more fun to do and I like the shape better. But again, I started off with a light sketch and then built up from there. And then I started shading, and first I shade in like the very predominant shadows, kind of lightly, and then I kind of build on those and add lighter ones until it looks pretty like 3D and kind of realistic. And during this drawing, I kind of tried to loosen up a bit, try to have a little bit more fun with it, just because the first one I was like very cautious of what each line made. And I feel like with a pen, you should be more flowy and free, and it's okay if you make a mistake. I do wish my circle drawing skills were a bit better because these are definitely a little wonky, but that's okay. But then I kind of just finished it up, and I think this one came out like super cute, and I don't know, it just makes me happy. So after this is when things kind of start to go downhill. And so I wanted to draw some film, so I kind of just went for it, and I feel like I definitely should have planned it out a bit better because it just looks very stiff and it's also not center, which really bothers me. But it's pen and you have to work with it, so I just got started. I wasn't sure how I was going to shade this, so I just did like the darker parts and then added a bit of shading in the lighter parts. And I feel like the top part isn't even too bad, it's just like the bottom part that I'm a little upset with. But whatever, I don't think it looks too bad. And then I moved on to the last part of this spread, which is the Polaroid pictures. And so I kept those pretty simple, but I don't think they turned out too bad. And then I also decided to add some cute little marks to add just like a little something more to the page, and then it was done. Okay, so here is how the finished spread came out. I'm actually really happy with it. The film is definitely my least favorite part. I definitely could have done a better job with that, but you just gotta embrace the mistakes. I love these two cameras, and I think my favorite is this camera, but I don't know, this spread just makes me happy. It was something that I just felt like drawing, and so I did. And sometimes you're not gonna love everything you draw, and that's okay. But I had a lot of fun while drawing it, and I hope you enjoyed drawing along with me or just watching. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye!